This is a bit of a bizarre story, to say the least. So I'm going to take you on a little ride just to visit a little bit of, I guess, history you'd call it, from South Australia. It's our only confirmed bushranger. So come with me for a bit of a ride and I'll tell you a story on the way. Righto. Anyway, over there behind my bike you can see Lake Alexandrina. What a large lake. The Murray River flows through it and ends up going through a mouth near where I live, out into the ocean. Anyway, getting back to the story. Birdman of the Coorong, John Francis Peggotty. He was born in Limerick in 1864, and from what I believe, he was born perhaps prematurely, but he never grew to the size of a normal person. It's always stunted at growth and ended up growing no taller than a child of about 7 years of age. John Francis Peggotty. He left his hometown where he was born, decided he'd go off to Africa. In Africa he learnt to ride some ostriches and handle them and muscle them. Well, I've been riding into a fair sort of a headwind, so I'm taking a bit of a break for 5 minutes. Where I last went was just over the other side there. So we're on the other side, we're not too far from Menindee. Anyway, John Francis Peggotty. He left Africa and made his way back to the UK. Went to England, I think it was London. And then left there after a while, but not before he got caught robbing houses, using his actual size to other people's disadvantage. managing to shim down chimneys and rob people of their wealth. So yeah, he done a couple of years in jail and decided he'd start a new life in Australia, and ended up in New South Wales at his uncle's place. His uncle couldn't actually find him any gainful employment, mainly due to his size, being such a small bloke. He didn't have the output of manual labour that a larger person could. So Peggotty decided that he'd leave and head for Adelaide, and got towards Meningie here and found an ostrich farm. So he rustled a couple of ostriches and kept them for himself for his own purposes, which I'll discuss very shortly. I guess one thing I should have mentioned was while Peggotty was in New South Wales staying with his uncle, he was caught a couple of times, stripped off to the waist, wearing his auntie's jewellery, necklaces, what have you. So he's a bit of a strange little character, this one. So Peggotty managed to get a hold of an ostrich like this, and because of his weight and because of all the sand dunes in the area, he could easily make his way away from the police. Anyway, he wasn't a very nice little fella. He gets all a bit of a laugh, but certainly there was 2 confirmed killings that he done, and robberies. Not a very nice chap at all, really. Anyway, he tried to rob a fisherman. It didn't actually work out in the end because the fisherman was a bit of a crack shot and shot him. So the fisherman shot Peggotty and only wounded him. Peggotty came off his ostrich but was able to remount and scrambled over the sand hills, and the fisherman, who had a horse tied up there, took after him and but couldn't get through the thick sand like the ostrich could, and he was losing him. So the fisherman took another shot at him, but hit the ostrich, and while managing to get up the sand hill, he found the ostrich dead, and at the top, and a thick trail of blood leading off into some bushland. Obviously where Peggotty had headed to, he wasn't going to follow him. But the amazing thing about this story, Peggotty had approximately $1 million worth of jewellery hung around his neck, which is still in the sandhills. They've never found him since. So maybe that's a good place to go hunt. What do you reckon? Alright. Bye for now. So, like I said, the Birdman and the Coorong perished out in the sandhills, and was still wearing his jewellery around his neck. personally, I think it'll be a good place to go hunting, but with the movement of the sand in that area, it could be 20 metres under sand. Anyhow, it's a good story. Some of what I said probably isn't 100% accurate. I've been reading up on it a bit more since, and I found a good handout. So if anybody would like a copy of this, send me an email. Details the whole story of the Birdman of the Coorong, John Francis Peggotty. I'll leave my email address down here somewhere, and just drop me an email and I'll send you a PDF copy of this. Alright, thanks for coming for a little bit of a trip down history lane with me. Bye for now.